In today's video, we're going to be looking at what happened after they found the tomb empty. You may remember last week we talked about that Jesus' friends went on a walk with him, and we're going to be looking at that today. We're going to look at the walk to Emmaus. Let's have our Bible story.
Two people, moving and marching, thinking, head scratching about something big that's just been happening. But on the road to Emmaus from Jerusalem way, two became three as another says, Hey, says he, you've been thinking and head scratching. Has something big just been happening? You've not heard about what's been happening? All of Jerusalem have been head scratching. What have I missed? Asks the man. I'd love to know, please tell if you can. It's about a man called Jesus, and we thought he was coming to rescue God's people and send the Romans off running. He did, and he said loads of cool stuff from a place up north called Nazareth. He told great stories and healed the sick. He knew people by name and what made them tick. Oh, remember that wedding? He turned water to wine, brought his friend back to life, and his friend felt just fine. He was sharing and caring, just ask his friend Pete. He walked on the water with only his feet. He said shush to the storm, and the storm was hushed. He did a miracle with bread, and thousands were stuffed. Besides all this, his sermon up a hill had so many stories, super cool and brill. I can't believe it. What a big loss. A man so great who hung on a cross, and on that cross, that's where he died. I feel so tied up in knots inside. And 3 days have passed, though it feels more like 70, 'cause now we've heard that his tomb is empty. That's right, you heard me. His body is gone. But who'd take his body? He never did wrong. You seem confused and out of the picture. So let me show you what it says in the scripture. It was always the plan, right from the start, because Jesus loved you with all of his heart. He died on the cross, but rose from the tomb. He came back to life so you can live too. And as they were moving, and still head scratching, two of them stopped, but the third kept on marching. Hey, don't go, please, the two say. The sun's gone to bed, so why don't you stay? Good point, says the third. Day has turned to night. I'll stop over with you two and then grab a bite. And as they sit down to eat, they close their eyes. He thanks God for the grub, then what a surprise! The two people stare and then rub their eyes. It's Jesus, not gone, but fully alive. And before they say seconds, there's more bread going round. Jesus just vanishes. He cannot be found. The two are left thinking and really head-scratching. They'd just been with Jesus. Something big was happening. We must say we've seen Jesus, so tie up your shoes. Quick, to Jerusalem. There's no time to lose. All along, it was Jesus, the very same one. They were searching the scriptures with God's precious Son. It's the biggest story that's ever been told. About Jesus who's risen. It never gets old. The two met with Jesus in the most surprising way. They shared the story, and we still share it today.
So for today's craft, we will need some coloured paper.
Such as notice cards.
Or card, yeah. Good remembering, Scarlett. And some white paper or card.
Some maybe just white paper or white cards.
Yeah. And some pens. Well done.
I chose red, the same as my colour.
And some glue.
Glue. Do you want to hold it?
Glue, well done. And some paint, yeah.
To paint our feet with.
To paint our feet. Anything else there, Scarlett, we've missed?
We have some scissors.
Scissors. I think that's just about it.
We have gold and silver paint.
Okay. And you can choose any colour paint you like at home. So here we go. So this is just to remind us, girls, that Jesus is always walking beside us. He's always right there with us. And can you remember a few weeks ago, or a little while ago in junior church, we did some fishing?
Yeah.
Can you remember your fish, Amelia? And your fish had names on them. What name was on one fish? Amelia was on one fish. And what was on the other fish? Not on the other fish. What was on your other fish? Scarlett was on her own fish.
I was on my own fish. And what was on the fish that we fished?
You found one that had another name on it, someone very special.
We learned about in church. See?
Jesus, that's right. The other fish had Jesus on, and we stuck those fish together, didn't we? And what did that remind us?
That Jesus is always walking beside us.
He's always with us. He's always walking beside us. And today's activity just reminds us that he's right there with us, even though when we can't see him. We know he's there. Okay, you ready? That's okay. Right, are you going to put them down, Amelia, on your paper? Well done.
I'm just going to have some fun.
Touch your toes down as well. That's right, from the other one. And lift them off and see what we've got. Ta-da! Yeah, well done. In the story, we heard that Jesus' friends didn't recognise him. They'd been through a really difficult time and they didn't expect Jesus to be walking down the road with them. Jesus had to open their eyes to see it was him. I wonder if you could go on a walk today with anyone, who would you go with? That's our craft for today. If you ask an adult to download our activity pack, you'll find lots more things you can do.
Yeah, like this one. Doom, 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 doom. They can jump and go across the line.
And we also did something else fun today. Take a look. Walk with Jesus every day. We may not be able to see him, but he's there. Just as your friends walk next to you, so does he. So let's finish today with a prayer.
Jesus, we are here today to say thank you for walking with us, being with us, being our friends so we can talk to you when we are lonely. Amen.
Amen.